Well, would you look at this? One step closer to a completely cashless society. Now, don't say I haven't been warning you for a long time, but it is coming, as retail giants are conducting a trial in which customers may be asked to use their face or fingerprints to make a payment.
What a whole of the UK thing is, but they don't seem to accept cash anywhere that we go. We've been to quite a few restaurants now where we've tried to pay in cash after a meal and they're just like not having a bar of it.
Cash is king, innit? I've just been into Sainsbury's, and all the card machines are down. And they want to make it a cashless society.
This is just the first of one of the supermarkets to do something like this. How will becoming a cashless society affect you?
When is the last time you used cash? More UK shops are saying card only, and notes and coins are slowly fading away. Some don't mind, others aren't happy about it. Let's look at what this quiet cashless change could mean for everyday life.
No new 1p and 2p coins to be made this year. Is this the start of a cashless society? What do you think?
Okay, so are we becoming a cashless society? Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, I think we are, and they snuck it in really good, because look here, when was the last time you really went to the shops and spent like actual cash, yeah, or drawed coins out or whatever it was? Excuse me, you don't. You go to the bar, okay, yeah, you use your card, you go to Tesco, Sainsbury's, Aldi, Lidl, wherever you go, you use your card or you use your phone. It's just tap, tap, tap everywhere you go. And I don't think here that they're trying to push a cashless society. They're doing it a bit more, it's a bit more clever than that. What they're going to do is they're going to make us want to stop using cash, and when you stop using it, okay, it's just already faded out. They don't even need to stop creating it or making it, because there's enough cash if everyone just stops using it. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I think we're getting to, especially with crypto now. You can make payments. I mean, you know, I bought stuff with a crypto card, right, and the shop people don't know. No one knows apart from me and the blockchain, right? It's crazy, you know, what we're moving into, but this is what they had to say about it. Britain is fast becoming a cashless society, as it is revealed almost half the population leave the house with only their phones as a means of payment.
She's been in London for a week and noticed most shops won't take cash. Is this just how things are in the UK now, or just London?
We have been in London for over a week now, and one of the weirdest differences over in London, and I assume it's just a London thing and not a whole of the UK thing, is, but they don't seem to accept cash anywhere that we go. We've been to quite a few restaurants now where we've tried to pay in cash after a meal and they're just like not having a bar of it. Is that normal everywhere over here? Like, I would assume not, but...
Afternoon all. Time for a bit of a rant. London, what the f*** is your problem? 37-year-old guy commuting to work. I just think I'm a little bit early. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Not with cash, you won't. You cannot, for love nor money, get a cup of coffee in London with cash. Now, I go into Pret a Manger, they don't take cash. Well, forget it then. Pour that coffee down the toilet. Stick it up your arse. To be fair, that might have been a blessing in disguise. I begrudge giving those people my money anyway. But even the smaller places, you know, the coffee shack, the coffee bean, a little street food vendor, help out the economy, pay into local businesses. Oh, we don't take cash. Don't make it so difficult for people. One of the places I went in for a coffee was a church. And I thought, okay, bit of outreach work here. Strong suspicion that they might be doing quite a bit with the homeless community. They scraped a few coppers together, you know, try and get something warm, cup of coffee, keep the cold out for half hour. We don't take cash. How the hell is that helping the homeless? I don't know about you, but I don't think most homeless people on the streets of our fair capital have bank accounts. Cashless society. Cash used to be king. What's going on? And you come to London, it's a lovely place.
Most shops, cafes and even car parks no longer accepting cash. It's a change that could make payments quicker for some, but it also raises questions about access and choice.
They're making it harder to pay with cash. The UK is quietly becoming a cashless society. More than 93% of all purchases are now done without physical money, and many shops, cafes and even car parks don't accept cash at all anymore. It's not illegal, but it's making life difficult for people who rely on cash. And according to Which and The Guardian, rural areas and older people are being shut out entirely from the system. Once cash disappears, we lose privacy, every payment becomes traceable, blockable and controlled, banks can freeze accounts, tech outages can stop you from buying food, and if you're unbanked or vulnerable, you're effectively locked out of society. Charities warn this could increase vulnerability for low-income families, a right to pay in cash to protect access to physical money. But it's an uphill fight from here. Even banks are closing cash points and branches forcing people online. This isn't just about coins, it's about freedom and control. Now you know.
They want us to be cashless, when the card machines can't even be trusted to work every time. He went into Sainsbury's to find the card machines down, and the cashier said it's happened again.
Cash is king, innit? I've just been into Sainsbury's, yeah, and all the card machines are down. And they want to make it a cashless society. Just take a look at these clips.
Might decline, so is there any chance you could get the cash out?
Yeah, I can if it. Why is the system down?
They've gone down again.
And they want everybody to go cashless.
I know. Yeah, no, it's declined. If you could get me out of the cash.
Alright, yeah.
Sure. Do you want to receipt? Don't matter.
So I forgot it now.
So from those clips you could see that the woman behind the counter says the machines are down again. She didn't just say they're down, so they go down quite a lot, and I know they go down quite a lot here in Stoke. You could see the queues of people at the cash machines. You could see that most of the self-service checkouts were down, which is causing absolutely chaos. Lucky I carry some cash on me, innit? You should always carry cash with you. Because if the banks wanted to control you, they could just switch off the card payments, couldn't they? And then you'd be absolutely screwed. That's what it's about. It's all about control. And imagine if the systems get hacked. Could you go without money for days and days or even weeks on end? No, because you need money to transact, to get things that you need. I think this is what's going to happen. There's going to be a big cyber attack, and then you will have to rely on the government, yeah? And the government will help you, and you will have to do everything that they say.
Tesco has banned cash at some stores, sparking backlash from customers.
What do you guys think of this? Tesco bans cash at some stores. This is crazy. The new world order is already taking place. If you don't know, what you're about to get to know, they are trying to replace cash with digital currency. It's all about control. They want to know what you spend your money on. They want to know what you're doing with your money, how much you got. It's all about control. Now, how can Tesco ban cash? Cash is legal tender. Do you know what I mean? It's legal tender. If I give you cash, it's still money. What do you mean you're not taking money? Do you know what I mean? What's going on? I can't go to Tesco's to go buy a simple Red Bull can. And you want to... Behave yourself. Behave yourself, Jimmy. Behave yourself. So what do you guys think of this? Do you think this is going too far? Do you think this is mad? What do you guys think of this? That Tesco has banned cash. You can't pay cash at Tesco's. This is crazy. What do you guys think of this? Write your answers in the comment section below.
So Tesco's are getting a bit of bad rap at the minute because they've refused to take cash at one of their stores, or they're trying to cut it out or ban it, one of the two, which is obviously good news for the card issuers and the banks, who all get a nice big juicy cut. Can you actually imagine, say, I mean it's not a percent, but say it is a percent of what Tesco's or Asda's turnover is over a space of a month? That's an absurd amount of commission basically off the back of it. Plus they take a fee per transaction. And the banks get the money in instantly, and they can lend your money out to somebody else, which is great for them. But yeah, the thing that's kind of disturbing is the move of the masses, i.e. corporations, banks, governments, and institutions, away from cash, where they control more of your assets, i.e. your money, and they can limit and control whether you have access to it or not. I mean, they can decline your card if they choose to, but cash is legal tender. They can't say they can't take it. That's the law.
A restaurant refused to take his cash when the bill arrived. It shows how some places are making it harder to pay with cash, even when you have the money in hand.
I'm just in Bluewater, and this restaurant behind me here, And I come to pay my bill, they said, sorry sir, we don't take cash. I said, well, I've only got cash. As that happens, I regarded me, but I won't tell them that. I thought, fuck them. Because I find it offensive when people don't take cash. Why don't you take cash? It's legal tender, isn't it? So I said, you know, well, what are you going to do? That's all I got. I got cash. It's all legal tender, isn't it? And it's up to you. You can either take it or don't take it. Of course, she took it. But, yeah, it's just me, like, making my little point. Who agrees? People should take cash.
Some shops now let customers pay using their face or fingerprints. No card, no cash, just you. Sounds convenient, but also a bit dystopian.
Wow, would you look at this? One step closer to a completely cashless society. Now, don't say I haven't been warning you for a long time, but it is coming, as retail giants are conducting a trial in which customers may be asked to use their face or fingerprints to make a payment. According to the Manchester Evening News, shoppers will be able to pay for their purchases by smiling or waving their hands at a scanner. Now again, this is just a perfect example of some fuckery that was brought up last year, it was dropped, and now they're revisiting the idea this year because supermarkets want to go not just cashless, but cardless too. And if you think this fuckery stops there, you're very mistaken, because what else have I been warning you about? Carbon trackers, carbon footprints, especially when it comes to airports. Well, look at this. EU fingerprint checks for British travellers to start in 2024. Under new entry-exit system, facial scans will also be taken from UK passengers on their first trips after launch when travelling within EU countries. So some of you didn't think it was possible, didn't believe it, that these carbon trackers, carbon footprint trackers would come into effect. You'd be limited on how often you can travel, and if you can even travel at all. Some of you doubted it, doubted the technology and how they would enforce it. They're now going to take your fingerprint when you go to the airport in order to process you, which means your fingerprint will be linked directly to your personal carbon footprint. So there you have it, people. We will be coming into a completely cashless society. There will be at some point a universal basic income once AI fully takes grasp and takes hold of most of the jobs humans are currently doing that we will no longer be needed for. And carbon footprint trackers will come into effect to limit everything you consume and how much you can travel. Don't say I didn't warn you, people.
People of TikTok. Well, the ones that want a cashless society anyway. And that's a lot of you by the looks of it. And let's face it, it's going to happen at the end of the day. We're all facing a cashless society. Everything's going to have to be paid for by a card. But this morning, I've gone down my local Travis Perkins to get my materials for my job. Card machine's not working, so I can't get no materials. And I normally bring cash with me, but they don't like taking cash in Travis, like a lot of places. A lot of places like Pizza Hut, Starbucks, they've stopped cash altogether. So, what do you do when the cash machines don't work? How am I meant to get my materials? How am I meant to get diesel? How am I meant to buy my food? Come on, where's the answers? When it's a cashless society, like it's gonna be, and the card machine stops working, does the whole world just stop? We can't go and buy no food, we can't go to work. It's a joke. Everybody should carry on using cash. Everybody. Keep using cash. It's a joke.
Asda has scrapped manned checkouts at 82 petrol stations. It might just be the petrol stations for now, but you have to wonder, what happens when they decide to do the same in the main stores?
Asda are scrapping their manned checkouts for petrol stations at 82 locations across the UK. This is in addition to the 14 that they've already done so far this year. So this is just for petrol stations at the moment. The actual supermarkets themselves will still take cash. But it does mean that any manned assistants at petrol stations will be gone. So you will not be able to go in and speak to somebody, which could actually affect quite a lot of people, including the elderly. Asda have done the right thing, however, and they have redeployed all of their staff into the stores so that there are no jobs lost. This is just the first of one of the supermarkets to do something like this. How will becoming a cashless society affect you? It's a long way off, but There are so many reasons why using cash, especially for petrol, is something that's really important. I mean, personally, I cash stuff for my petrol, which means that I will not be going to Asda if it was one near me. But there are 82 locations, so there's quite a few across the UK that are affected. Is your local area affected? Tell me in the comments. And what are your thoughts on this? Is it a good idea or the worst idea ever?
Lidl makes controversial change to self-checkouts. Is this a step toward efficiency or a slow creep towards a cashless society?
Lidl customers, you're not going to be happy about this. Lidl have just announced they will no longer be accepting cash in their self-checkout tills. You can still use cash in their normal tills, but if you want to use their self-checkout ones, I'm sorry, but you can't anymore. Lidl fans have took to social media to vent their frustration about this latest change. They're saying, well, why can't they just accept cash? And that is a real, issue. You can obviously, get around this by going to the tills and using your, pennies there. But this really is the start of the cashless society where, all shops will literally have to, accept card only because it's cheaper for them. They don't have to, cash up the tills. They don't have to export the cash from their stores to the bank. They will save a lot of money doing it. So you can see why they're doing it, but it doesn't mean that they should be doing it.
And that to buy anything. I'm going to buy some strawberries and I'm offering exactly the right amount of money here on the help desk. So you people take that money, £1.90, and I will take my strawberries outside. If you want to call the police,
you can't take that. The police is on their way. You can't take that. Police is on their way. You can't take that.
I paid by legal tender.
No, don't break the door. Do not break the door. No, don't touch.
I paid by legal tender, and I am going out with my strawberries. And I'm going to eat them. I'm going to eat my strawberries. I paid by legal tender in this dystopian place.
Yeah, we have no duty to check out.
Okay.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Because you should be able to, spend your eye, go on here, go on. You should be able to spend wherever you want. This is an absolute joke.
You want one, mate?
So what do you think? Will you still keep cash alive or embrace a fully cashless future? Either way, it's a decision we'll all face sooner or later. If you found this video interesting, give it a like, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments.